So that first clip of me struggling to pull these cassette tapes off of the shelf was me at the thrift store. I couldn't pick them up, but essentially I had hidden them because yesterday I went there with my kids briefly. We had a little bit of time before we were off to do something, and I was going through. I was actually looking for books about automobiles because of a customer, and I hadn't been to a thrift store in a while, and I saw they had a bunch of cassette tapes, so I started going through them. There was a lot of like 90s, late 80s, mostly 90s, R&B, New Jack Swing, that kind of stuff. And so these are the ones that I picked up. I'm in my garage. It's kind of hot right now. This Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, which I might keep for myself. Debbie Gibson. Anything is possible. This one I'm going to resell. This one I'm probably going to keep. This is a rap group I remember from when I was much younger. And then these were the good ones here, were the Selena ones. All three of these I'm probably going to put into a lot. I only spent $5.23. And these alone, a couple of these individually going for like 15 to 20 bucks. So altogether, I'm guesstimating 25 to 30 bucks on these. I don't remember what the Debbie Gibson is going for. Hold on. It's actually going for about 12 bucks plus shipping. I got them for 79 cents each. I thought it was going for more. Now I'm not quite sure why I got that one. But nonetheless, these three alone will do well. I just happened to see them. If you come across some Selena tapes, make sure and look them up. Obviously, some are worth more than others, but if you lot them up, you can get some decent money for them. You can get them for pretty cheap. Some other stuff. By the way, it is January 17th, 2024. Wow, my voice just went out. Kind of weird. On Wednesday, this I sold on Amazon, eBay. This actually has been up for a while on Amazon. Only sold for $7 and change, not much. I got it from a thrift store, so clearly it was not worth it. Sometimes that happens, but I sold it, got out of my inventory, so that's always good. This is from a big DVD buy that I made back on, I don't know when. I think it was the 6th of June for $60. Several hundred DVDs. I think that I'm positive I made it. I think I made a video about it, but this one sold for $15.19 plus shipping. So I keep selling these 60 bucks on a bunch of them. Twice I have purchased large quantities of DVDs from this person, so hopefully they bring me more. This one was I listed this 2 days ago and it sold. The Essential Whole Earth catalog. This is, I don't remember the year that's from, but this was something that I pulled from my bookstore that was on the shelf. Sold it for $19.95 plus shipping. This was photographed and listed, but I didn't have it go live yet, by my employee that works at the bookstore. She also lists some books for me occasionally when I have enough of them. This one she listed as well, called The Open Sore of a Continent, a personal narrative of the Nigerian crisis. It is signed. This one sold for $20 plus shipping. So that's some stuff that went out today. I also was down at the bookstore and went through some books, and I'm going to list this one, Let Our Children Go by Todd Patrick, for $10.80 on Amazon Merchant Fulfilled. This one, Holiday Party, How Communists, you see that, right? All of that long title. I'm going to list it for $30.75 on Amazon. So that's good to add to the inventory. So that's what I've been doing so far today. This is what I call the tale of two ISBNs. So the first one was going to list for 10 bucks, 80 cents on Amazon. This one, $30.75 on Amazon. This one's a bit older. It's 1976. This one's newer. It's got not only ISBN, but it's got a barcode. So I put both of them into Amazon. When I put this one in, Let Our Children Go, guess what? Apply to sell. And when I went to apply to sell, this popped up instead of getting automatically accepted. So they require at least one purchase invoice for products from manufacturer or distributor in order to sell Dutton branded items. Dutton sucks. So now let's check this one out. Here's the title, and of course, apply to sell. And after I hit that button, look, Crown gave me approval to sell this book on Amazon. Thankfully, the one I'm going to list for a higher amount is the one that was accepted. You never know when you are listing books whether or not, for gated ones, whether or not you're going to get approved or not. Or it's either get approved automatically based on your account history, or you have to submit receipts as if you're buying this book from 1976 from the publisher. So I went ahead and looked it up. Let Our Children Go, Patrick's last name, 1976. And this was the cheapest one currently, although it looks like the dust jacket's not in as good condition, but they're charging a lot more shipping, but taking offers. And then there's some other ones here as well that go up in price. Now, when you go to see what has sold in the last 90 days, you can see that one sold for $14.99 that had a photo, free shipping, and this one sold for $15.38 that did not have a photo. Let's see if a photo pops up. No photo, because it's from Thrift Books, which often does not photograph their items. So there's 2 sales in the last 90 days, which is a good sign. So I'm going to decide to list this one on eBay, even though I'm only going to list it for $19.99, taking offers. We'll see, even if it takes hopefully I get to sell it quicker. It's not a high ticket item, but that's what happens sometimes with Amazon. Lately, I've been getting those apply to sell links, button popping up and not getting automatically approved. But sometimes, it happens that way, where a bunch of them will just, depending on the publisher, will go through right away, and other ones will require a receipt. So keep that in mind. Sometimes that happens. Finished going through all of those books and DVDs I had stacked up on the desk or the table here from last week, so that I can dig into these CDs now. I've got another 45 minutes or so, 50 minutes to work before I have to go home. But I did do all this. This whole stack is going to the bookstore, my second location. There's some really good stuff in there, as you can see. It's really cool. Let me show you. Barnes & Noble Dracula collection. It's got the really cool silver page edges. It's also this book, The Skillful Huntsman, Visual Development of a Grim Tale. Lots of imagery in here. This one sells pretty well online on Amazon. This one, 20th Century in Color, Pantone. So lots of, this is for, that's why it's going down to the second bookstore, because this is going into the arts colony where someone would appreciate something like that. And all of these books here are going to my first store here, my book and media store. John Grisham, lots of different stuff. This one sells really well on Amazon. Some novels, American Psycho by Bret Easton Ellis. Some nonfiction, Anne Rice. So there's some good stuff in here. And then all of these DVDs, of course, are going into the store. I've just broken them up by genre so that I can put them out easier. So now I'm going to dive into this box. I only have this one and this one to deal with before I can dive into my very last Gaylord or palette of CDs. And just like that, here it is. That whole box is now sorted, but I still have to go through them, but at least I put them in different piles. So these two here are ones that I'm gonna pull the discs and toss any broken cases and artwork. The disc will go into a loose CD lot on eBay. These are ones that I'm keeping to make a lot to put on eBay as well as locally, where I pick popular, well-known groups and bands. Check the disc. If the disc is in good condition, I'll include it, replace the cases, and I have sold those locally as well as on eBay. Did you know that Jimmy Fallon made a record? The Bathroom Wall. Check it out. I didn't know that. I don't know what year this is from. Yeah, I don't know. This is Christmas stuff. I put aside some more interesting Christmas CDs that I'm gonna keep until Christmas, obviously, until we get around to the holidays. This is stuff, so 20th Century Masters. I put this to the side to create big lots of those, which sell for really good money on eBay. This is Time Life. No matter what it is, if you can get like 20, 30, 40, 50 Time Life CDs together, you can have a nice lot. Now that's what I call music. There's one. It's a Christmas one. Get as many of those together as you can. You can have a nice lot on eBay as well. And this is another one that's Time Life. The Van Cliburn piano favorites, but it's Time Life. So I'm putting that to the side. This is going into my film music, Hollywood soundtrack. Lot that I'm putting together. But these are ones I have to look up without barcodes. All of these are the ones I'm gonna look at with barcodes. So you get the point, right? That's all country. A lot of different stacks. Those are ones I'm gonna check to see if I already have in the store. Some of them I already know I don't have, but check some others. So that's basically how I sort them, and then I will finish up by well, yeah, just getting through it all basically. The thing that takes the longest is looking up the ones, scanning those, looking them up, see if they're worth anything individually. Typically I won't find very many for Amazon, but I will find some for eBay, and then I will find good stuff that I can put into my store and get an idea of how to price it. I'm going to end this video on a strange note, but as you can see, the floor of my warehouse space, which is my store, has been breaking up for a while now. And it just so happens that when I was moving the pallet jack with the Gaylord FCDs on it, that it got jammed and it broke more of the floor, which is fine. It's not a big deal. It's just I got to clean it up. But someone had poured, I guess, some sort of, I don't know if it's concrete or whatever, on top of the actual floor. And it's slowly over the years I've been here and coming up. And as you can see, it kind of created this, like, I don't know, island or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to pick all this up. It's actually a good thing though, because I mean, the idea is to pick up all of it slowly but surely. It's just kind of a pain to get under some of it, because I don't want anybody falling. So, all right, guys, this was a bit of a video that was all over the place, but kind of like a day in my life, or at least a little bit of it, in regards to reselling and the kind of things that I'm doing, from sourcing to, I don't source that much these days, but sourcing, sorting, shipping, listing. I listed a good amount this morning, like 12 or 13 items. Yesterday a bunch as well on eBay, a couple on Amazon. So yeah, so we'll see you next video, guys. Take care. Bye.